Wonderful, wonderful insight. Just touching upon, I'll go to General Singh on that as well. Players that are too anxious, say not being able to close out a lead, what should a thought process be at a moment? Reference Harsh versus Andy, several match points. It's from Neeraj. He says, players that are too anxious, say not being able to close out a lead, what should be a thought process at a moment? So I'll go to General Singh on that. I would want a little bit of army mind on that.
I think if it's a very tough match and if both the players are equally good, then the person who has trained well will and who retains his cool and confidence and self-belief. These are the few things which Harsh has brought out. I think he should take the match straight away without a hassle. But if you are not sure and you feel your opponent is in the ATP ranking much more than you and your self-belief has gone down, then you already got defeated. So and your confidence must be at the top level, and you must in your mind say, look, I have trained well and I'm good. Let me show my wares to him. You should have your plan in your mind, which Harsh has just talked about. You have your plan A and your plan B. If your plan A is not succeeding, let's say your baseline game is not succeeding, you have to rush to the net, a volley game, then you got to change your game. And finally, ultimately, what will matter is your training and your self-belief, your confidence, your mental strength, and ultimately you are going to win.
Wonderful, wonderful insights. Just well, I was just going through my little homework before coordinating this talk. I was going through the biography of General Saab. So the first line that I saw on Facebook was, it was a beautiful line which said, and I think we will all agree with it, it was love to live, not exist, right? I mean, it was about defining love to live, not exist. And there is a question that has come from a parent. How should we deal with players who cheat a lot during the match?
See, I think I'll start with that is, I would say there are things we can control. You know, how we play, our attitude, our effort. And there are things that we will not be able to control. Sometimes it's what the opponent is doing, how they're calling the line, maybe the crowd. You know, I played matches in college where the crowd was coming on the court and doing everything to distract me. So I would say focus on what you can do, what you control. Do the best. If they are making the line calls, you can ask them. If there is a umpire or a supervisor, you can bring it to their attention, but you keep doing your best. And in the long run, what they are doing is not going to help them. Winning a match by making dubious line calls, maybe it could help you now in this match. But in the long run, it is no strategy to become a top player. So you have to trust your process. You know that you're doing all the right things and you play through that match. Do the best you can and accept that it happened and keep going on positively. So that would be my advice.
Wonderful. I think that's a beautiful way to finish off certain conversation. And there's a little bit of quote from Ajay Yashpal, one of the parents, which I really want to let your racket speak. And I think the racket should speak rather than you speaking from the tongue. So I think that's a beautiful way to probably culminate this conversation. I think it was wonderful to have all of you. I would also like to give a little thank you note to everyone who joined us, especially Manmohanji for taking a little time out on Sunday. I know you're a busy person, so I did not want to trouble you, but thank you for being there. General Singh, it's been a privilege to have you. Harsh, as usual, it's great to have you, and everybody from the audience, from Neeraj, Umang, if I miss out on names, sorry, but everybody who joined us. It's great to be part of this fascinating conversation. If you still have questions, we can keep this rolling for a few more minutes. I would want to have a few more questions if there is anything left for us to discuss, but I think we can culminate this little process that we did in this conversation through Harsh. Harsh, a little bit from you.
Yes, I want to echo your thoughts and thank Major General Sir Kohli sir, and all our participants, Prasang, you too, for the hard work that you put in throughout the week that goes into preparation planning. So thank you, everyone. Such an engaging conversation, such an important topic in tennis, but also in life. Right? I always look at sport as what we can do in sport, but it's teaching us for life. So just some thoughts is believing in ourselves, training with our team, trusting the process, keep trying to get the best out of yourself. There are times you're going to perform well. There are times it may not come. It's natural. It's human. Try not to be too hard on yourself. Enjoy it and keep facing whatever is coming your way. Face it. Try your best. It's getting you better. You know, in the long run, you may have lost the match, but don't take it as a negative. You know, take it as a positive. If sometimes even parents, you know, that the child is not performing well, that's okay. Let them go through it. It's getting them tough. Everyone goes through it. We've all been through it. So it's just part of the process. And keep working on this aspect. It will only help you in your game. I'll defer to Major Sir to also add some culminating thoughts.
Yes, please.
Yeah, absolutely right. Harsh, you summed it up so well, so very well. You see, it's like a person is cheating on a line call. Believe me, he can never ever become a good player, or he will never achieve a particular level which his coaches or his parents are expecting him to reach. So, like he rightly said, let your racket talk. And the best way to perhaps that what he's doing is not correct is just give him a smile. He'll never ever do that again. You know, rather than having a verbal duel with him. And I wish all the coaches that you train your guys well, and I'm sure the product that you all are training will become Harsh Mankad one day, and you know, attain levels that we all are expecting. Thank you very much.
Wonderful culminating thoughts, General Singh. And last, but I'll just leave it with that line that said, "Love to live, not exist." Keep loving what you do, and then keep going for it. Thank you all for joining us. It was great to have everyone, and we look forward to it.
Thank you.
Thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you to everyone. Thank you so much.